Air Canada 903, contact Toronto Center on 133.3.
Air Canada 903, Toronto Center identified. Good morning. Air Canada 903, Toronto Center. Contact Toronto approach on 124.475. Air Canada 903 Heavy, Toronto approach identified. Good morning. Expect the ILS runway 23 approach into Toronto. WestJet 724, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
Over to Toronto Tower on 118.35, be WestJet 724.
Avianca 254, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
118.35, the Avianca 254.
Jazz 7773, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
118.35 for Jazz 7773. Good day.
Air Canada 601, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
118.35 for Air Canada 601.
Flare 600, direct LVUD, cleared for the RNAV Zulu runway 24 left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3,000 feet until established, altimeter 2984.
Descending to 3,000 cleared for the RNAV Zulu 24 left approach, flare 600.
FedEx 150, direct Danos, cleared for the RNAV Y runway 23 approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2700 feet until established.
Descending to 2700, cleared for the RNAV Y23 approach, FedEx 150.
UPS 488, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
118.35 for UPS 488. Good day.
Air Canada 903, descend via lining 3 for the ILS runway 23 approach into Toronto, altimeter 2984.
Down to 3,000 cleared for the RNAV Z23 approach, Air Canada 439er.
Air Canada 439er, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35. Air Canada 903, negative, descend via lining 3 for the ILS runway 23 approach into Toronto. I need you to read back the approach type and runway number. Flare 600, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
118.35 for flare 600.
Air Canada 903, shortcut for you. Turn left heading 180 vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach. Air Canada Canada 903 Heavy, proceed direct Calvi, descend altitude 3,000 feet, altimeter 2984, until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 23 approach. Air Canada 903, proceed direct Calvi.
2500.
Air Canada 903, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35 at Calvi.
Air Canada 903 Heavy, Toronto Tower, roger. Continue approach runway 23. Air Canada 903, roger. UP is 488, contact ground on 121.9er. Switching to ground, UPS 488. Air Canada 903 Heavy, winds 250 at 16, gusting 23. Runway 23, cleared to land. Hold short of 06 left, UPS 488.
Toronto Tower, FedEx 148, established on the RNAV X-ray runway 24 left.
FedEx 148, roger. Holding short of runway 06 left, UPS 488.
1,000.
Approaching 2-3.
Hold short of 06 left, UPS 488.
$500. $400. $300. Approaching minimums. Minimums. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10. $1,500 meters remaining. 1,200 remaining.
We have arrived at our destination.
Air
Please
Canada
remain
93,
seated
welcome
with your
to Toronto.
seatbelt
Contact
fastened
ground on
and your baggage stowed
119.1.
until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Smoking is not permitted. You may verify your flight status and find gate information for your connecting flight using the Air Canada mobile app or
Air
visiting
Canada 93, contact
aircanada.com.
ground.
Mobile receiving and transmitting functions may now be used. Before leaving the aircraft, please check to ensure you have all of your electronic devices. If you have a connecting flight, please refer to the screens inside the terminal or consult with one of our colleagues on the ground. Thank you for choosing Air Canada, a proud member of Star Alliance, for your travels today. We hope you've had a pleasant flight and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Nous sommes arrivés à destination. Nous vous prions de rester assis avec votre ceinture de sécurité bouclée et vos bagages rangés jusqu'à ce que la consigne des ceintures soit éteinte. Il est interdit de fumer. Vous pouvez vérifier le statut de votre vol et trouver des informations concernant la barrière de votre vol de correspondance à l'aide de l'application mobile d'Air Canada ou en visitant aircanada.com. L'utilisation des fonctions de réception et de transmission des appareils mobiles est maintenant permise. Avant de quitter l'appareil, veuillez vous assurer d'avoir en votre possession tous vos appareils électroniques. Si vous devez prendre un vol de correspondance, veuillez consulter les écrans dans l'aérogare ou adressez-vous à l'un de nos collègues au sol. Merci d'avoir choisi Air Canada, membre du réseau Star Alliance pour voyager aujourd'hui. Nous espérons que votre vol a été agréable et souhaitons vous revoir bientôt.
Endeavour 5183, contact tower on 118.35.
Over to tower Endeavour 5183.
FedEx 148, taxi to parking.
FedEx 148, taxi to parking via Delta 4, Charlie 4, Foxtrot, Juliet, hold short of runway 15 right, then Juliet Echo.
Delta 4, Charlie 4, Foxtrot, Juliet, hold short of runway 15 right, then Juliet Echo, FedEx 148.
700.
Approaching runways.
Delta 2662 ready to taxi.
Delta 2662, runway 23 taxi via 2, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 2, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec, Delta 2662. Air Canada 700 ready to taxi.
Air Canada 700, runway 24 right taxi via Tango 1, Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie, Charlie 5.
Runway 24 right taxi via Tango 1, Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie, Charlie 5, Air Canada 700. Ground Air Canada 178, taxi to the gate.
Air Canada 178, taxi to parking via Delta 4, Charlie, Delta 3, Delta Quebec, Tango 110.
Delta 4, Charlie, Delta 3, Delta Quebec, Tango 110, Air Canada 178.
Rouge 1810 ready to taxi.
Rouge 1810, runway 24 right taxi via 7, Tango 1, Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie, Charlie 5.
Runway 24 right taxi via 7, Tango 1, Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie, Charlie 5, Rouge 1810.
WestJet 272 Hotel ready to taxi.
WestJet 272 Hotel, runway 23 taxi via 4, Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 4, Alpha Juliet Alpha Hotel, Quebec WestJet 272 Hotel.
WestJet 2708, runway 23 taxi via 3, Tango 3, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 3, Tango 3, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec WestJet 2708.
Endeavour 5031 ready to taxi.
Endeavour 5031, runway 23 taxi via 1, Tango 3, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 1, Tango 3, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec, Endeavour 5031. Ready to taxi.
Air Canada 161, runway 24 right taxi via 9er Delta Romeo Delta Charlie 5.
Runway 24 right taxi via 9er Delta Romeo Delta Charlie 5, Air Canada 161. Ready to taxi.
Air Canada 181, runway 24 right taxi via Tango 1, Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie, Charlie 5.
Runway 24 right taxi via Tango 1, Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie, Charlie 5, Air Canada 181.
Ground Air Canada 439er, taxi to the ramp.
Air Canada 439er, taxi to parking via Bravo, Bravo 1, Alpha Kilo 6.
Bravo, Bravo 1, Alpha Kilo 6, Air Canada 439er.
Air Canada 439er, give way to the Delta 737 on your left.
Giving way to the Delta 737, Air Canada 439er.
Air Canada 181, give way to the company A320 on your right.
Giving way to the company A320, Air Canada 181.
Air Canada 700, contact tower on 118.35.
Over to tower, Air Canada 700.
Endeavour 5031, give way to the Air Canada ahead.
We'll give way to the Air Canada Airbus A220 Endeavour 5031.
WestJet 2700, runway 23 taxi via 3, Tango 3, Alpha Tango, Alpha Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 3 Tango 3 Alpha Tango Alpha Hotel Quebec WestJet 2700.
SkyWest 4073, ready to taxi.
SkyWest 4073, runway 23 taxi via 2, Alpha Foxtrot, Bravo Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 2, Alpha Foxtrot, Bravo Hotel, Quebec, SkyWest 4073.
WestJet 272 Hotel, give way to the Endeavour CRJ7 on your left.
Give way to the Endeavour CRJ7 WestJet 272 Hotel. Air Canada 480 ready to taxi.
Air Canada 480, runway 23 taxi via 8, Alpha Lima, Alpha Hotel, Quebec.
Runway 23 taxi via 8 Alpha Lima, Alpha Hotel, Quebec, Air Canada 480.
Air Canada 480, give way to the Rouge A319.
Give way to the Rouge A319, Air Canada 480.
Boarding requested. Passengers deboarding starting.
WestJet 2700, give way to the SkyWest ahead.
Give way to the SkyWest Embraer 75, WestJet 2700.